Hello everyone, welcome to the Students Online Classes. I am Mirtunjay Kumar. I am your mathematics faculty. Today I am going to start the next video lecture of the chapter fraction. So I learned in this chapter about the types of fraction. I have already studied about the basics of fraction, what is fraction and what the fraction represents actual. I have already studied. So let's start the lecture. First, we recap the whole basics which I have studied in last lectures. I have studied in the last lecture about the basics of fraction. What is fraction? Fraction is what? Fraction represents the part of whole. Fraction represents the part of whole. Suppose you have a chocolate, you have a piece of chocolate, and you cut it out in equals 3 parts. This is your whole chocolate, and you cut it into equals 3 parts, 3 equal parts. Then one part is the fraction. Individual one part represents the fraction. The fraction represents the part of a whole. Okay. Next, I have learned about the representation of fraction. How the fraction represents. Anyone can represent the fraction by only one method, and that is numerator by denominator. Numerator by denominator means fraction means numerator by denominator. Two parameters will be included in fraction. One is numerator, second one is denominator, and these two parameters will be separated out by a line. Okay. Denominator represents your equal parts of the whole. Denominator represents equal parts of the whole. Suppose you have a chocolate and you have a piece of chocolate and you cut it into 3 equal parts. It means denominator means 1, 2, 3. Because total 3 equal parts, it means denominator will be 3. Okay. And numerator, what we want to take. Numerator represents what we want to take. Means suppose I want to take 2 pieces of chocolate. 2 pieces of means 2 parts of chocolate. Then represent numerator will be 2. Then fraction 2 by 3. And the 2 by 3 represents this shaded area. Okay. तो नंबरेटर एंड बाई डिनोमिनेटर ये क्या है? फ्रैक्शन को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. तो फ्रैक्शन क्या होता है? फ्रैक्शन मीन्स होल का एक पार्ट होता है जो कि नंबरेटर बाई डिनोमिनेटर से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. नेक्स्ट आई विल स्टडी अबाउट द टाइप्स ऑफ फ्रैक्शन. बेसिकली देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ फ्रैक्शन. ये कॉमन है. 3 टाइप्स ऑफ फ्रैक्शन होता है जनरली. ठीक है. फर्स्ट वन इज प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन, सेकेंड वन इज इम्प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन एंड थर्ड वन इज मिक्स्ड फ्रैक्शन. फर्स्ट वी अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन. व्हाट इज प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन? प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन हम लोग किसे कहेंगे? तो देखिए, प्रॉपर फ्रैक्शन मीन्स द फ्रैक्शन a fraction whose numerator is less than the denominator. It means the upper part of this line, upper part of this separated line will be less than lower part of this separated line. Means numerator is less than denominator. Here is numerator, lower is the denominator. Then numerator will be less than denominator. Suppose you have write down this 3 by 4. Here numerator is 3, denominator is 4. Numerator is equals 3. I will represent the numerator by a capital letter N. Numerator equals to 3, denominator equals to 4. Okay. Then 3 is less than 4. 3 is less than 4. It means numerator is less than 4, then this fraction is a proper fraction. Proper fraction. Proper fraction means that is valid. Here it means 3 by 4 means, suppose you have a piece of chocolate. This is whole chocolate and denominator is 4. It means you cut the chocolate into 4 equal parts. Denominator represents the equal part. It means you have denominator 4. It means you cut the chocolate into 4 equal parts. And 3 represents what? Numerator represents what? What we want to take. What we want. Then numerator is equals to 3. Then 3 represents this part, shaded area. This fraction represents 3 by 4. Understand? This is valid because you can't take the 3 out of 4. But if I allow to take 5, if I allow to take 5 out of the 4, it is possible? No. Suppose this is divided into 4 equal parts, and if I allow to take 2 from these 4 equal parts, it is possible. But if I allowed, suppose 4 equal parts, and if I allowed to take 5 from this, you have total only 4, but you want to take 5 from this. Is it possible? No, is it not possible? Then next I will understand about this, what it means. I have already understood about this. This represents proper fraction, means numerator is less than denominator, and this is valid. Here examples. These all are examples represents about the proper fraction. 5 by 19, 13 by 21, 2 by 15, it is here proper fraction. Okay, don't confuse with this slanting line. This is also represents this. Okay, so don't confuse by these two lines. Next, improper fraction. A fraction whose numerator is more than or equal to the denominator. If the numerator is equals to or greater than denominator, is equals to or greater than denominator, then it will be improper fraction. Means what? Suppose you have a piece of chocolate and you cut it out into 4 parts. It means cut into 4 equal parts. This will be represent your denominator. Then the denominator will be 4. And suppose you want to take 4, means all parts you want to take. This means numerator also will represent 4, because you have 4 equal parts and you want take all this. It means numerator also 4, denominator will also 4. This is improper fraction. If numerator is equals to or greater than, it means numerator will be equal or greater. If this condition is satisfied, then the fraction will be improper fraction. Here numerator and denominator equals. This means it represents improper fraction. This shaded area represents improper fraction. Suppose you have given a fraction and this is 12 by 5. Here denominator is less than numerator. If the numerator is greater than the denominator, or we can say that if the denominator is less than the numerator, then this will be improper fraction. Okay. Then some examples are given below. You can see 13 by 5. This is numerator greater than the denominator. This is improper fraction. 41 by 31. 197 by 107. In all these examples, you can notice numerator is greater than the denominator. I have studied about the proper fraction and improper fraction. In proper fraction, only one condition is satisfied, and that is numerator is less than the denominator. This is only one condition for proper fraction. But for improper fraction, there are two conditions that should be satisfied. And these two conditions are, first one is numerator, either numerator equals to denominator or numerator is greater than denominator. If one of these two conditions satisfied, then this will be your improper fraction. Next and last one is mixed fraction. A combination of a whole number and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means the combination of whom? A whole number and a proper fraction. Whole number and proper fraction. It means one whole number means start with 0 and ends to an infinity. This is your whole number. And a proper fraction means numerator is less than the denominator. These two combination will represent mixed fraction. Suppose you have wrote down 2 3 by 5 means one is whole number 2 and one proper fraction 3 by 5. Then this combination will represent mixed fraction. If anyone asks you about the mixed fraction, clearly speak about the mixed fraction is that combination of whole number and the proper fraction. Then 2 into 3 by 5 will represent mixed fraction. And you can speak about that 2 whole 3 by 5. You can read out 2 whole 3 by 5. And this will be your mixed fraction. Okay. Here 2 is whole number and 3 by 5 is a proper fraction. Okay. One more important point is that if you break down the mixed fraction, how you will break down? First, denominator multiplied with the whole number. First, denominator multiplied with whole number, and then the results added with the numerator. Then the results added with the number. Then you will get some number. Suppose you will get x, and the denominator will always be same. First, denominator multiplied with whole number means 2 into 5, 10, and the results means 10 added with the numerator is 3. Then 10 plus 3 equals to 13. The whole result is 13. Then this 13 will represents about the numerator. Then it is 13, and denominator will always be same of proper fraction. Then denominator of proper fraction is 5. Then 5 will be same. Then 30 by 5. The breaking of the mixed fraction, you will get an improper fraction. If you notice, breakdown of the mixed fraction will result out into the improper fraction. If you break down any mixed fraction, suppose one example is 2 into 3 by 5, 2 whole 3 by 5. 3 whole 4 by 3. 3 whole 4 by 3. Then how you will break down this? First, multiplied the denominator with whole number. 3 3 are 9. And then result added to the numerator. 3 3 are 9 plus 4, 13. And the denominator will always be same as the proper fraction, 13 by 3. In every mixed fraction, you will notice if you break down the mixed fraction, you will always get improper fraction. Or we can say that vice versa. If means for in of improper fraction, you can represent in mixed fraction. Suppose you have 13/2. This is improper fraction. Then you can represent the mixed fraction. You can represent the improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Then how you will represent? They divided the numerator by the denominator. Means divided the 13/2. If you divide the 13/2, then you will get 2 6 12. Means remainder will be 1. Quotient will be 6. Okay. Then denominator always be same. Then it will be 2. And the quotient will be your whole number. Always remember, quotient will be your whole number. Means whole number you can write down here. And the remainder will be your numerator of the proper fraction. Here. This is the combination of whole number and the proper fraction. And the combination of whole number and proper fraction is called mixed fraction. Understood? Means 13/2. First step is the conversion of a mixed fraction in conversion of an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. First step is divided the numerator by the denominator. Means 13 will be divided by the 2. You will get 2 6 12. 3 2 1. Remainder will be 1. Quotient will be 6. Then always remember, your quotient will be your whole number of the mixed fraction. Then quotient will be your whole number of the mixed fraction, 6. Numerator will be your remainder. Numerator will be your remainder. Numerator of the proper fraction will be your remainder. Remainder is how much? 1. Then 1 will be your numerator of the proper fraction. And the denominator will be always same. Then 2. This is the representation of a mixed fraction. And this is the conversion of the improper fraction 13/2 into a mixed fraction 6 whole 1/2. Okay. These are the types of the fraction I have studied. I hope you will clearly understood these 3 types. About these 3 types. Okay. First is proper fraction, improper fraction, and last one is mixed fraction. Proper fraction means numerator is less than denominator. Improper fraction means numerator is greater than or equals to denominator. Mixed fraction means combination of whole and proper fraction. Next, I'll study about the details of equivalent fraction, lowest form of fraction, like fraction, unlike fraction, and we'll do some mathematical operation in next lecture. Okay. Thank you.